Well, along with the wealth, along with amassing money, you have to understand that there's always a cost of showing it off
Yeah.
every single time. That cost may not be cashed in the first day you wear that chain or ride around with that Mercedes or whatever else. But as you show this off to people who don't have these types of things, you are going to be creating animosity and jealousy, and it will build up over time. This is why I'm very careful. If you look, you've never seen my house on Instagram, you've never seen my car. You might see a pair of Yeezys every so often. That's about it. Because I understand the repercussions of showing off what you've made to other people, because they're going to try, either try to get it from you or just try to do things to try to sabotage you or whatever else. And when you look at that Nipsey situation, you have to understand that it's a very tragic situation, but you have to also look at what happened and the dangers of why it happened. Nipsey was a multimillionaire that displayed his wealth. He would wear lots of chains. He had, fancy cars. He actually at one point even posted his bank account, on Instagram. I remember it was when he was investing in cryptocurrency, he posted his a snapshot from his account, which showed hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's a very dangerous thing to do when you're around people who are barely scraping by. And I could tell you that, we don't know exactly what happened in that situation with Eric Holder, but I'm almost positive that jealousy had some sort of role in that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. But jealousy could have come that. That could come from anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't think because that didn't happen because he tried to rob him. You know what I'm saying? That was he didn't dig his pockets. Did he? I don't know. But did he lift a chain off of his neck? Did he dig his pockets? No, right? So I don't think that was I don't think that really had anything to do with it. What I do think is when you get to that situation, is can't make yourself too accessible. You know what I'm saying? But he was for the people. You know what I mean? I think by him doing that was basically, in his mind, he was inspiring other people to show them yo, you know what I'm saying? We can do this. You know what I'm saying? It was inspiration. You know what I mean? For people. I just think that, with all of that money, being so accessible at any minute, shit could happen. But he could have been standing on Rodeo Drive and that could have happened. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
I mean, you never know. What you mean?
No.
You act like
the
shit
type
like
of
that
person,
doesn't
the type of person that killed him is not hanging out on Rodeo
But I'm
Drive.
not saying that. What I'm saying is, okay, it might not be him, but he could have said some shit, some revolutionary shit, right? And it sparked some racist motherfucker be looking at that shit oh shit, I hate him. You know what I'm saying? And find out he's standing on a Rodeo Drive and come and shoot him in his head. You don't know what the fuck is going on in this world. People get, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's crazy people out here.
Do you know how many murders happen on Rodeo Drive?
I'm not saying, but it's possible.
Compare it to the number of murders that happen in South Central LA.
Listen,
let's just look at it real. I see what you're saying.
I'm not
saying
some
crazy shit could happen.
I'm not saying that one. Of course, there's going to be more murders over here because it's poorer. It just has gang infested. It's different. It's different things going on in these places. But what I'm saying, it could happen anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It could happen anywhere. You know what I mean? You act like nobody ever got killed. Where did Biggie die at? It was around there, right?
Biggie died in, I think, Beverly Hills.
Okay. All right. Away. So that's what I'm saying. So it can happen anywhere. You know what I'm saying? When it's your time to go, it's your time to go. So what I'm saying is, yes, by him putting all this shit out there, whatever like that, yeah, all right. But But just him talking about uplifting the community and him talking about, bringing the black people together, bringing the gangs together, and all this other stuff. There's other people he's pissing off too. You know what I'm saying? There's racist motherfuckers that he's pissing off too. So at any minute, that type of shit could happen, whatever. So what you gonna do? You just not gonna do anything? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was his time to go. You know what I'm saying? And you can finesse it however you want. Like, oh, he did this, he did that, he did this. But who's to say any of those things had anything to do with anything? You know what I'm saying? It was his time to go. It was the time that, that the powers that be chose for him. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Like and then I see a lot of people saying like, oh, this is what you get for giving back to the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you get for, being in the community and building where you came from. You know what I mean? This is just more of a reason for you to get yours and get the fuck out of there. I think that's like pussy. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just finding a reason to not do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? If anything, that should push everybody to keep on doing that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that man was trying to uplift his community. That man was doing everything in his power to show the people around him that, he was like the Jesus of our fucking time. You know what I mean? And I know other people said that, but I feel like that because it's like Jesus was a regular person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know in the Bible it says that he did all types of magical shit. You know what I'm saying? But none of us ever saw it. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is Jesus could have very well, what I believe is he was just a regular person that did real shit, that did good shit, that did humble shit. He was a humble man. He helped people. He did shit like, you know what I'm saying? He did everything in his power to help people. You know what I'm saying? And once he passed in the manner that he passed, the people, the folklore, like he made him turned him into a legend, and then the stories grew as time passed, and now he's Jesus. Now he's this. You know what I'm saying? Now who's to say that 100, 200 years later, 1,000 years later, Nipsey Hussle won't be that person that the people, you know what I'm saying, really, build his shit up to that. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, it was his time to go. Like, you know what I mean? And it can happen to anybody. And I don't feel like his message, anybody should be scared to do what he was doing. I don't think anybody should be scared to uplift the community they came from because of what happened to Nipsey Hussle or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there's crabs in the barrel. You know what I'm saying? Yes, shit like that happens. Could he have made himself less accessible to the community? Where it's like, yeah, he could have did that. You know what I'm saying? But I commend him for doing everything he did, and I would tell people not to stop doing that type of shit, not to go back to your hood and give back to your hood or give back to your community. I would say that, if you stop doing that, if you got your money and just went somewhere else because you're scared that something like that would happen to you, I would say you pussy. You know what I'm saying? And I would say that's some bitch shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, wherever you came from, you're supposed to reach back and pull back as many people as possible. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, America has seen a lot of ethnic groups build up their communities over time. You've seen it over and over again. Like, at one point, the Irish were, considered like the lowest class, in New York. And they said, all right, well, we're going to start taking over public office. We're going to start taking over the police departments. Like the whole Sergeant O'Nally, like the stereotypical Irish cop that happened in the early 1900s when the Irish just said, okay, we keep getting our ass kicked by police and we can't get any jobs. We're going to start putting ourselves in the police departments and working our way up. And they started running the police departments. You know what I mean? And then start putting the money back in their community. And now, Irish are treated just like everybody else. It's a noble thing, man. I think what Nipsey did was dope. I think the Marathon store was a great idea. I think him owning that whole shopping plaza on Crenshaw Slauson is a dope idea. I also understand that being in a certain area for too long and having people be comfortable around you and putting yourself around dangerous situations is going to have ramifications. Like, I used to go into the hoods and, film dudes like, in Watts and Compton and stuff like that. And in East New York, I used to, roll up to the projects with my camera and, nothing ever really happened. There were guns around and stuff like that. But I think I also got lucky to a certain degree. I could have just been at the wrong place and got shot. Zach TV was leaving one of these types of events when he got killed. Being in my 40s, I understand that, you could say it's your time to go, it's your time to go. But I could also tell you if I never wore a seatbelt and said, well, when it's my time to go, it's my time to go. I've gotten into a bunch of car accidents. I probably would have died without wearing a seatbelt. So you have to take precautions if you want to, and this is what I mean by planning decades. I'm planning on living to 100. So I have to do certain things to be able to get there. And certain things is not going to certain places, not being around certain types of people, having security when I do go to certain places. Nipsey obviously didn't have security that day because nobody returned fire. This dude was able to shoot him. He came back he shot him, left,
how did he came back. Because I seen a video, but I don't really know. So I seen he shot him and then he left for a couple seconds and came back. Was there anything that came out about why that happened? He
came back, shot him again, point blank range, and then kicked him in the face.
Did he stand?
I heard he came back.
Did Nipsey stand up? Did he get up after the first shot or something like that?
No, but it didn't seem like he was dead after the first series of shots. Because I interviewed the dude who also got shot right next to him. Yeah. Who they try to violate his probation for associating with a gang member.
I read about that. And what he said?
Well, this guy had just gotten out after 26 years for doing a murder.
Yeah.
So
that's a blessing.
He was not trying to, I already knew ahead of time that he was not trying to cooperate in this case. He was not trying to detail the situation. When I interviewed him, he was in jail in a wheelchair after getting shot and potentially facing life in prison again.
Well, is he out? Is he out now?
He's out. After our interview, it created more energy around it. Meek Mill ended up posting about it. All these news agencies started reaching out to me to cover, to cover the story that we put out. And then, a few days later, the DA dropped the charges, and now he's officially out. Yeah, man. Everyone goes to jail after doing a Vlad TV interview. No one talks about how people get out of jail after doing a Vlad TV interview sometimes. No one wants to give me the props for that, but that's okay. It is what it is.
Oh, man. I think that was the first time, right? Is that the first time somebody came out of jail after doing an interview?
Is it the first time? I don't do a lot of jail.
You gotta give it some time to breathe, bro.
Usually when I do a prison interview, they're doing life, so there's limited things that I could do at that point. But yeah, in this case, he actually got out, which is great news. And they raised, last time I checked, something like $18,000 for his GoFundMe, which we linked to as well, which I believe he gets to keep, so he'll have some money once he gets out of the halfway house or whatever. Which is great. Great news.